Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Orange County Department of Education College and Career Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Brianna, and I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/COSI. This is a presentation with all WUE institutions. I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Weber State.
Hi, everyone. Let me get this started. Just a sec. All right. So my name is Maria Huerta. I'm an admissions counselor at Weber State University. I actually graduated from Weber State in 2016. I have a bachelor's in psychology and a bachelor's in French. And I just really love Weber State. So just to get started, I kind of like to give you a general idea of where we're at. So we're in Ogden, Utah. That's 40 minutes north of Salt Lake City. And these are other big cities that surround us. Again, just to give you a general idea of where we're at. So Weber State is in a really good centralized area where we have anything outdoorsy. So we have a ton of trails. They're literally on our backyard. So you can go hiking before class, come back and make it on time. And we also have downtown Ogden. So we have a ton of events throughout the year in Ogden. During the summer, we have our farmers market. During the winter, we have our Christmas village and just a ton of other events happening throughout the year. Our student life is phenomenal. We have over 200 clubs. So we have anything from Latinos in Action, we have French Club, we have our Saudi Arabia Club, and we have something super random. We have a kitten club, but it's per the interest of students. Our outdoor recreation program also hosts different trips for students. So we have camping trips and hiking trips available to students. Many times we go to St. George, which is in southern Utah, or Jackson Hole, which is in Idaho. Our sports teams are phenomenal as well. We have 16 of our sports in the NCAA. We're Division I. We have over 30 club sports, and our student section is called the Destruction, just because it's always so wild and loud, and it's just a really great place to be. So if you go to sports or the sporting events, definitely be in the student section. That's the place to be. We have some great study abroad options. So you can see just the map and the different countries that we offer study abroad. And we also offer tuition waivers if you're thinking of doing study abroad. I did study abroad when I was a student at Weber State, and I truly enjoyed it. And again, they helped me pay for most of my expenses. We also have some great student resources. The ones that I like to point out are Wildcat Scholars. This is for any student who just struggles with English and or math. You're placed in a specialized class where you get extra support from your professors. Also our academic support, you get, so that's our tutoring. There are different tutoring opportunities and that's available for students in different programs, and also our writing center. So before you submit a big final paper, we do encourage you to submit it into our writing center. They'll help you look over it, make any grammatical changes that need to be made, and then also they give you suggestions just to make that paper sound better and increase your grade. So there are 7 different colleges within Weber State. So anything from our engineering, applied science and technology, our science, health professions, the College of Business and Economics, Education, Arts and Humanities, and Social and Behavioral Sciences. So here's a list of the different programs that we offer within each college. We have over 225 programs, over 100 bachelor's degrees that we offer, 26 masters, and our newly PhD in nursing. And then here's just some really cool stats that I have for you. So we have the first crime scene lab in Utah. Our geography program is top 10 in the nation. Our automotive program is also top 10 in the nation. And within the College of East, or the College of Engineering, Applied Science and Technology, our students do have a 99% job placement right after graduation. Within the College of Health Professions, our nursing program is top 3 in the nation, and our radiology program is top 5 in the nation. And within the College of Business, students' starting salary upon graduation is a little below $52K a year. So just really great programs. And after graduation, you have that job security with a ton of our programs. So this is our tuition for both fall and spring for out-of-state students. But with WUE, it does get reduced by a lot. So if you're in California, you do qualify for WUE. WUE is available for 8 semesters, and that only includes fall and spring. But during the summer, all of our students do receive in-state tuition. So you don't have to worry about WUE during the summer if that's what you decide to do. We also have a really great academic scholarship for our out-of-state freshmen. What you do is you match your GPA to your ACT or SAT score, whichever one you took. You plug that into the index. Wherever it lands, you qualify for that amount for 4 years. And the priority deadline is December 1st. So with WUE, you do have to fill out this specialized scholarship application. What you do is you go to weber.edu/scholarships. You click on the 4th step and you just complete the questionnaire. It just goes through a series of questions. There are like 10 yes or no questions and 3 short essays. This usually takes around 10 to 20 minutes. And this is good for WUE, but it also unlocks other scholarships available to you within the university. We also encourage students to fill out FAFSA. Even though you think you won't qualify for FAFSA, there are other really great perks that come with it, like work study. So definitely take advantage of FAFSA. Our priority deadline is April 1st. It's super easy to apply to Weber. You go to weber.edu/apply. You fill out the online application. You submit the required documents. That's your transcript and test scores, and you pay the $30 fee. So we are open enrollment, 100% acceptance. We only request the test scores for scholarship reasons. We also encourage students to visit. We have different options Monday through Friday. We also have a late evening on Wednesdays and a Saturday option. Follow us on our social media. If you want any more information about Weber, you can scan the QR code. And here's my information if you have any questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Maria. Next, you'll hear from the University of Northern Colorado.
Hello, everyone. Share my screen here. Perfect. So welcome. We are the University of Northern Colorado. We live in Greeley, Colorado. My name is Topacio Aranda. I'm an admissions counselor at the University of Northern Colorado. I graduated from Colorado State University, so just 30 miles away from us here, with 2 degrees in sociology and psychology. So welcome to this session today. A little bit about UNC, right? We're one of the more affordable research-specific institutions in Colorado. We have about 10,000 undergraduate students on campus with about 1,000 grad students on campus. So a fairly good mid-sized institution, right? We like to call us the Goldilocks effect institution because we're not too big, we're not too small, we're just the right size. We have a little over 100 undergraduate programs, anything ranging from Africana studies to the theater arts. Know that our biggest programs are elementary education, sports and exercise science, nursing, psychology, and business administration. And by notable mention, we do have a performing and visual arts college. So that's one of our other bigger programs. We just have a cap of how many students that we admit within those programs, but know that that's definitely, there's interest there. Because we are a mid-sized institution, know that our student to faculty ratio is about 17:1, where our average class size is about 26. So you're definitely going to be able to access your quality faculty because that's important, right? Making those connections and those networking connections with folks post-grad, right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to get the job essentially. A little bit about Greeley, right? We are an hour north of Denver, Colorado. We're also about an hour east from Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park. So if you all are aware, just like California, right? Colorado, definitely outdoorsy, kind of getting the vibe of just being outdoors in every season, right? And so we definitely have those ski resorts next to you. We have that Rocky Mountain National Park, and we definitely have those events where you can kind of get outdoors. If you're a lover of arts, music, food, those kinds of things. Definitely know that it's a very, very inclusive community, right? Just like UNC, we're one of the more diverse institutions in Colorado as well. We're in the process of becoming a Hispanic serving institute. So we definitely pride ourselves in that cultural and that inclusivity, of course. A little bit about hands-on education. I mentioned our top programs there. So continuing on, those human services, criminology, communication studies, biological sciences, and art and design. And so know that we score consistently high for learning and effective teaching. So know that because we were founded in 1889 as a state normal school for teaching and education, know that that's our core and that's our basis. And that's how we phrase it in terms of putting our students first. We always think of our students and knowing that education is your priority, of course. That's why you're coming to higher ed, right? Definitely know that we prioritize that. A little bit about housing and dining. First year students are required to live on campus. You can see there that we have 17 residence halls, 10 plus dining locations. I lived on campus my first 2 years, and it definitely helped me make more connections, better connections with people, and just essentially do better academically because I was on campus, right? Know that you do have those learning communities. We have about 15 now, actually. And so those are specific communities that you can house with folks that are in the biology program, criminology program, folks that identify with the queer community. Know that you can live with folks that have the same academic interests as you, or folks that have the same like-minded as you. So definitely kind of establishing a way where you can get a sense of home away from home. WUE at UNC, of course, we take WUE. California is, of course, one of our WUE states, so know that it applies to all programs. Your savings are about $5,000 a year, right? And so know that just for being a WUE student, you definitely get a discount. You know, looking at the contrast of being a Colorado resident versus a out-of-state resident. You are automatically offered WUE, so that's not a separate application or anything that you have to look for in that sense. So really, it's super easy to it's simple to get into our school. We don't like to provide too many obstacles, right? So it's your application, your official high school transcript, and know that we are test optional. So we don't require ACT or SAT scores for your admission decision. And here you can kind of see that breakdown of costs, right? Those scholarships that those WUE residents get. The trustee at the very bottom is looking at a 4.0. The presidential is about 3.8. The provost is about 3.5. Bear is 3.2, and Northern Light is about 3.0 GPA. So if you see your GPA there, know that you get these automatic funds. These are merit-based, right? There's a difference between merit-based and need-based. So these are merit-based off of your GPA. These are automatic with admission as well. And you get these scholarships for the 4 years that you're with us, right? So it's just really about keeping up that excellent GPA. You know that you get those funds coming your way. So you can kind of see there that the WUE resident, for your yearly tuition, you're about $28,000. I guess I kind of already covered this. I apologize, but yeah, to apply to UNC, right, you just have to complete that application, pay that $50 fee. But also I encourage you all to please reach out to me. My name is Topacio again. I can put my information in the chat. You can email me for a free code. I can certainly give you that so you can apply to our school. We do ask for your official high school transcripts from your high school, right? And not directly from you, right? Because sometimes those can be tampered with. But know that from there that we are test optional. So it's not a test. We're not trying to pull your leg. Just know that we're here to help. Oh, and I apologize. This is not my contact information. This is a contact information for my colleague, but I will put my contact information in the chat. I apologize. We all do these events pretty frequently, so I apologize for that. But thank you all for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Topacio. Next, we'll hear from Fort Lewis College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gianna Gomar, and I'm an admission counselor at Fort Lewis College. At Fort Lewis College, we like to say that we're powered by place. And the reason that we say that is because we really use our environment as a learning tool for all of our students. If any of you are like, where is Fort Lewis College? We're located in Durango, Colorado, which is that yellow star right there. We're actually about a 6.5-hour drive from Denver. I know it looks close on a map, but there's a ton of mountain passes in between us. Our closest city is actually Albuquerque, New Mexico, about a 3.5-hour drive away. In regards to us as an institution, we are considered a smaller school with about 3,400 students. So what that means is as you're walking from class to class, you'll definitely run into a few friends, but you probably won't know everyone in the school either. So it's kind of a nice in-between amount of students. However, even though it is a smaller school, it is a really diverse campus. That's one of the things that I really like about it. 57% of our students are students of color. And so it's a really welcoming and inclusive place for all. We also have students coming from all over the United States and all over the world with 17 countries represented. In regards to our class size, our average class size is 21 students. So as you can see here from this picture, that is kind of a classroom setting. You get to know your professors well. They will know you by name. They will know what you're good at and what you struggle with. Also, if you happen to not be in class for a full week, you might get an email just checking in on you and making sure that you're doing okay. That is the type of community that we have at FLC and something that our students really appreciate. Another thing to keep in mind is that 100% of our classes are taught by faculty. We don't have any graduate students teaching the undergraduate classes. We do have 55 different programs of study at Fort Lewis. As you can see, there's plenty to choose from. Some of our bigger programs are engineering, psychology, business. We also have adventure education, which is kind of a unique program here, just because obviously we're in a very wonderful place to explore the outdoors. With any programs, one of the things you're going to find is that we focus on experiential learning. And what that means for us is that we want for you to be learning by doing versus just reading a book about it. And so as an example here, you can see one of our engineering students working on installing solar panels as part of her program. That is an internship that she completed. And there's also field studies. So as an example, our anthropology students get to do an actual archaeological dig. There's plenty of opportunities like that, again, because we want for you to learn about that field within that field, which is a really awesome opportunity. We also have study abroad options, so you can go anywhere around the world and continue paying what you would at Fort Lewis. Any scholarships that you receive through us continue to apply. You can go for a semester, a whole year, or even a shorter program if you just want to go for a few weeks with one of your professors. There's a ton of ways that you can get involved. So as you can see here, we have over 60 student clubs and organizations, everything from a social dance club to a gaming club. This picture here is actually from one of our diversity centers, El Centro de Muchos Colores, which is one of the places that you can go to get support, or if you want to practice your Spanish. We also have the Native American Center and the Black Student Resource Center. We have something called the G for LGBTQ students. So all of these are great places to go get support. And they also put on some really fun events throughout the year, like this one that you see here. We're also an NCAA Division II school. So that means that we have varsity teams on campus. And if you want to join a sport team with a little bit less competition, or maybe just for fun, you can join an intercollegiate club sport or intramural sport as well. When it comes to our admission, it is really simple. Our application takes about 15 minutes to fill out. We are also part of the Common App this year. We just request that you submit your high school transcript, and we are test score optional. There's normally a $40 application fee, but because you're all here with us today, I did want to give you a fee waiver code. It's going to be all caps, one word, FLC apply. I'm happy to put that in the chat for you as well, but definitely send us your application and we'd be happy to review that. We do offer a lot of types of merit scholarships. So as you can see here, if you have over a 3.0, you can qualify for a merit-based scholarship. The WUE or Western Undergraduate Exchange is also a part of a merit scholarship. So how that works for us is once we receive your transcript, we'll see what you qualify for. If, for example, you qualify for the Western Undergraduate Exchange and also for the Professor's Tuition Scholarship, we will give you the Western because that is the one that gives you the most money. If you get the WUE or the Western Undergraduate Exchange and also the Presidential Scholarship, we'll give you the Presidential Scholarship because that gives you the most money. So that's the way that our scholarships work. They are non-stackable, but we will always honor whatever works best for you. We also have something called our Native American tuition waiver. If you want to learn more about that, I'm happy to chat with you. I'll put my contact info and we can talk a little bit about that. Definitely apply for FAFSA. And there's a ton of scholarships out there, so definitely search for those. As you can see here, this is our cost of attendance for out-of-state students. Keep in mind that the majority of our students do get some kind of financial aid, whether it's scholarships or federal assistance. So this number that you see here will be significantly less. In regards to Durango, we are a smaller town. It's a mountain town, but there's still a lot of fun things happening all throughout the year. We do have a regional airport, so it's easy to get back home. We have over 300 miles of hiking and biking trails right from campus, so you can literally step out of your dorm room and into a hiking trail. And as a first-year student, you do get a free season pass to Purgatory Mountain Resort, which is our home mountain. It's 30 minutes away from campus and a really great place to go skiing and snowboarding. Other than that, here's a little timeline. Definitely apply by November 15th if you can, and come visit us because that's the best way to get to see campus and really learn about us. Thank you so much for watching.
Great, thank you so much. And next you'll hear from Western Colorado University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from California on your Thursday evening. My name is Megan Tracy, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions and Recruitment at Western Colorado University. We are located in beautiful Gunnison, Colorado. So just about 3.5 hours southwest of Denver in the beautiful Gunnison Valley. And here's my handy little map here, which allows you to see that you're just going to be surrounded by so much outdoor beauty in the area. So we're just 30 minutes away from Crested Butte Mountain Resort, just 45 from Monarch Mountain. So if you ski or snowboard, you have lots of options. You can start your day in a lab and end it on the ski slopes. We have Blue Mesa Reservoir, the largest body of water in Colorado, and Black Canyon of the Gunnison Valley right there as well. So not only does this allow our students to be able to explore the beautiful outdoors in Colorado, but it provides a backyard laboratory for a lot of our programs. So our students are going way beyond traditional textbook and lecture learning, and they're in the field learning by doing and getting out there just way beyond being inside of a classroom or inside of a textbook. So for example, a lot of our science programs take advantage of this. So we have our environmental science program, and you can walk right outside and be in the lab. And we have wildlife and conservation biology. So with Gunnison National Forest and 2 million acres of public land, our students are able to actually experience their learning once again. We have over 100 majors and programs for students to choose from. Some of our largest majors include business, biology, recreation and outdoor education, environment and sustainability, and exercise and sports science. So lots of options in the sciences, but we go beyond that as well. Business administration is actually our largest program, and it's totally fine if you're not sure what you want to do when you first start at Western. We have an excellent advising program that supports you to explore and figure out what path is best for you. At Western, you're never just a random face in the crowd or an anonymous person in the crowd. Your professors know you, know who you are, and are there to support you through things like open office hours. You may, I just chatting with one of my colleagues today, and she went to Western. She said, I watched my professor's dogs. I babysat their kids. You know, they had potluck dinners. It's a super tight-knit community, not only with fellow students, but also with your professors. And our average class size is 16. And our entire campus is just under 3,000 students. We want to make sure that our students are supported holistically on our campus. So whether that's with our counseling center, where you get 7 free sessions per semester, or if you're in our math and writing centers with free tutoring, you're very well supported. And you're even paired with an EPIC mentor, so an upperclassman that's there to support you along the way, and you get connected with them before you even start on campus. At Western, there really is something for everyone. There's room for all of your interests beyond what you're studying. So we have over 50 clubs and organizations to choose from. And if you hop on our website, you see some things missing. That's how everything gets started at Western. In terms of athletics, something for everyone as well. So if you want to be highly competitive, we have Division II. We're in the RMAC, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. We have club, a unique mountain sport team, and intramural sports. If you want to try something new, like inner tube water polo, why not? A lot of our students choose to study abroad with our over 140 partnerships around the world. And like some of my colleagues mentioned, again, same price as attending Western, and they allow you to stay on track by transferring your credits back. We want to make sure that school is affordable for our students, and so we keep costs as low as possible. So our students are looking at $18,600 for tuition before any aid, $32,000 in total. But we are, again, a part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. And for us, what that looks like is, and it's different at each school. For us, that means that as a California student, you're going to be considered for a merit-based scholarship first, between $8,000 and $10,000. That's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. If you don't qualify, for some reason, you would get WUE. So that gets you at just over $4,000. You can think of it as kind of like a scholarship per year at that amount. 100% of our students are considered for aid, and 80% of our students are receiving financial aid in the form of grants and or scholarships. So free money you don't have to pay back. Speaking of scholarships, you're also able to apply for a common scholarship application. We have a first-gen scholarship as well as departmental scholarships as well. So trying to keep those costs as low as possible, especially for out-of-state students. for the application process. We're on the common application as well as the Western specific application. There's our fee waiver here, and I'm going to drop that in the chat as well for you. We're looking holistically at everything. Here's the middle 50% range for GPA. We are test optional as well. So with rolling admissions, you can apply whenever you're ready. And I definitely encourage you to come visit us all in Colorado. We have preview days, which allow you to really explore what it's like to be a student at Western. And you get a free hotel for the night before or after, so you can explore the Gunnison Valley. Again, my name is Megan Tracy. I am just thrilled to chat with you and help you with this process. So please let me know what questions you have, and I'll put more info in our chat here. Thanks, and have a great night.
Thank you so much, Megan. Next, we will hear from the University of Utah.
Thank you, Brianna. My name is Samuel Bronco. I'm an admissions counselor from the University of Utah. So I'll just give you a quick overview of what we have to offer with the U, and then we'll go into the application process. So the University of Utah is located in Salt Lake City. We consider ourselves a full-fledged college city with access to about a half day's drive from 5 national parks, about less than an hour's drive away from 7 world-class ski resorts, and full access to the downtown metropolitan area. Salt Lake City is the capital of the state of Utah, so we have the state legislature downtown, but we're also home to multiple areas of entertainment, such as the Utah Jazz is downtown in our Vivint Arena, but we also have tons of eateries, shopping areas, and all of this is accessible to you by way of our above ground train station. That's our tracks. It goes directly from our university to downtown and even further into the valley. That being said, like many of our colleagues tonight, we have access to the great outdoors directly outside of the resident halls. You can go right out into the foothills of the Wasatch Mountains and go on multiple biking trails, hiking trails. You can hop on a carpool with the rest of your friends and go out to the ski slopes. So it's a huge culture out here, but you get the best of multiple worlds. Now, just a bit about the U itself. We have multiple campuses around the world. Our main campus is here in the Salt Lake City Valley, but we also have a sister campus over in Incheon, South Korea, which is a great resource for you if you plan on doing any kind of study abroad. Speaking of study abroad, we have study abroad in almost every continent in the world, multiple countries around the world, even Antarctica. I mean, we had somebody go down there and study the effects of plate tectonics on the rest of the world. So multiple areas for study abroad and interning opportunities. We have 24,000 students of undergraduate students and 32,000 students overall. It sounds like a large number, but we really do our best to keep those numbers down in the classroom. Currently, we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio and about 23 students in your class on average. This is a great opportunity to get to know your peers, get to know your professors. And speaking of our professors, they hold about 880 faculty awards, largely due to the novel research that they're conducting. Because of this research, we have been able to be considered the top tier 1 research institute within the state of Utah. We are a member of the Association of American Universities in great company with MIT and Stanford. And we have over 150 academic majors, minors, and certificates. So if you know what you want to study, that's excellent. If not, no worries, we have tons of room for exploration. Now, when you look at the university, you're going to want to take some options for where to live. It's not required for freshmen to live on campus, but we highly encourage it. Studies have shown that students who live on campus tend to do better both academically and socially. Academically, you're able to work off one another, just kind of throw ideas off one another. And socially, you're in the heart of the social hub on campus. So we highly recommend it. One of our newest facilities is Callard Village. That's the top middle picture. It holds just under 1,000 first-time freshman students. But that being said, we have plenty of resident halls, only really as old as 20 years. A lot of our of our oldest resident halls were built as late as 2002 Winter Olympics. So we have a really great resident hall options and tons of amenities to go along with them. We have over 600 student clubs and organizations, ranging anything from culture-based clubs to Greek life. Outdoor exploration, again, is a huge culture on campus. But we also have some strange, more obscure type clubs, such as the Cupcake Mountain Dew Dorito Club. But we hear they're really great friends with the Dental Association. So it all balances out. But if you see something that you want to be a part of, we have a great Plaza Fest. If you've seen the opening scene of Pitch Perfect, it's basically all the students set up their plaza or their booths in the plaza and try to get you to join their club. So you don't have to worry about seeking these clubs out. They will seek you out. We are a member of the Pac-12. A lot of people think of this as just an athletic conference, but you do have to maintain your sense of academic prestige to maintain your spot in the Pac-12. Aside from that, we are the most affordable university within the Pac-12. So if you're looking at other Pac-12 schools, definitely take that into account. Now, our application is on the Common App. I will be transparent. This can take a little bit of time. Set aside about 45 minutes or so to fill out the application from the beginning to the end. Our early action deadline is December 1st, and this is also going to pair with your merit scholarship. So if you meet the December 1st deadline, you'll gain access to your general application, but you'll also throw in an application for merit scholarships. This will also get you your notification by January 15th, and anything after December 1st will go onto a rolling admissions process, which means that you will receive your notification 4 to 6 weeks after your application is complete. All transcripts must be official, and we are ACT/SAT optional, so you are not required to submit the ACT scores. We are part of the WUE, so once, if California, you are guaranteed this WUE scholarship, you will receive 150% of in-state tuition, which is about $14,000 for non-residents. Normally, you will be about $30,000, but $14,000 with the WUE scholarship. And last but not least, we want to invite you to come to campus. We have all of our links online, so thank you, and I will pass it on.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Last but not least, we'll hear from Colorado State University at Pueblo.
Hi, thanks so much, Brianna. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. My name is Noelle Clark, and I'm the Regional Admissions Counselor for Colorado State University-Pueblo. So I am based in Southern California and work with students all across the West Coast. And I'm a proud CSU Pueblo alum as well. So I love working with students and letting you know all about my university and my hometown. So we are located in Southern Colorado, just about an hour and 45 minutes south of Denver. We're in the high desert of Colorado. So we only get about 25 inches of snow a year. So it's considerably less than some of our other cities in Colorado, but just like all of my Colorado fellow institutions that are here tonight, I can go on and on about the great outdoor activities we have just in our own backyard from us in Pueblo, with being about 45 minutes away from the mountains in 3 different directions. So if you're into the outdoors, you want to experience all 4 seasons, but still have 60-degree days in the middle of winter as well, Pueblo is a great place to come to. We're also a small university. We have just about 4,000 students total. So that means your average class size is just about 16 students. So really nice and small. You really get to know your professors, they get to know you, and you build that relationship. I can tell you from my experience as a CSU Pueblo student, my entire 4 years, I only had 1 class that had more than 30 students in it. And in that class of 65, the professors still knew every single one of us by name. So even if you are in those larger settings, you still get that personalized experience on campus. And that starts from the very beginning. As soon as you're accepted, you're automatically assigned an academic success coach that works with you your entire way through as a student to make sure you're on track to graduate, help connect you with any campus resources that you might need, and make sure you're successful on campus and going forward into your career. We are a very diverse student body, with about 40% of our student body being the first in the family to go to college, 50% of our students being students of color, year. Students from 48 different states, 28 different countries currently on our campus, with California being our largest out-of-state student population. We are a Purple Heart designated university as well, so we do have a lot of great resources for anyone that falls into our military community for you and your families. We have about 80 different areas of study total with all of our programs, and we're pretty comprehensive. So across the board, from the humanities to the sciences and everything in between that we offer. None of our programs are impacted. So regardless of what you choose to study, you're able to graduate within 4 years. And all programs except for nursing are direct entry. So you're automatically admitted into the program of study when you apply to the university. For nursing, we are nationally recognized for that. So that is one of our more popular programs, but still very accessible for any of our students who apply. Some of our other popular and unique programs are listed right here, including business management, biology, psychology, health sciences, and nursing, of course, being some of our most popular choices for students. But regardless of what program you choose to study, you get some sort of hands-on component tied in with it. We make sure you're not just sitting in the classroom for your 4 years, but that you're getting that real world practical experience that we know is invaluable to your education and preparing you for your career. That can be anything from our research opportunities, which you can start as early as your freshman year on campus. And that's not just within the sciences. We also renovated one of our buildings on campus this year that now, instead of being a classroom building, it only has 2 classrooms in it, and the rest is all lab space. So that includes simulation labs for our nursing and health science students, and 4 brand new state-of-the-art psychology labs that our students are able to utilize. We also have great internships programs set up, including our partnerships in Pueblo in Colorado, as well as on the national stage, including our partnership with the Smithsonian. So we send students every summer, almost all expenses paid, to Washington, D.C. to be interns at the Smithsonian for the summer, which is a really great opportunity. We also have study abroad and plenty of different things for you to really get that hands-on experience. We're Division II for athletics, part of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, like many of our other colleagues here tonight. They're in our conference, and we do have about 75 plus different clubs and organizations on campus. So plenty for you to be involved in as a Thunderwolf. Our WUE is automatic. So if you are accepted to the university and you're a resident of California, you're automatically coming in at that WUE tuition rate, which starts at just about $18,000 a year for tuition. Then our merit scholarships stack right on top of that as well. So you can receive both, and those come for $500 to $8,000 a year based on your GPA, class, rank, or ACT, SAT score. So only one of those 3 requirements in order to qualify. $2,000 a year housing scholarship every year you live on campus as an out-of-state student. $1,000 a year first generation scholarship if you're the first in your family to go to college and you have a 3.0 GPA. And that's just the tip of the iceberg with all of our different scholarships and financial aid that we offer for our students to really make us an accessible out-of-state option for you guys. Our admissions is rolling. So when you apply, it's about 1 week for an admissions decision to know whether or not you've been accepted to the university. Our main deadline to keep in mind is March 1st for our merit scholarships and our FAFSA priority deadline. We are test optional this year for seniors. No, and our application requires no essays, no letters of recommendation, no personal statement. So it takes you about 10 minutes to fill it out, really quick and easy. And if you have a 3.0 and are applying test optional, you'll be automatically accepted to the university. This right here is all of our contact information. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to us at any time. I'm happy to help you through the entire process. And you'll see right here a fee waiver code as well. So you can apply for free when you apply to us at CSU Pueblo. But I'll go ahead and hand it back to Brianna. Thank you so much for all of your time today, guys.
Thanks so much, Noelle. If all of our college representatives could turn on their cameras, I will ask you guys some questions to share with the audience, and you just answer in the same order in which we presented. So my first question for y'all is, what is one piece of advice you have for someone going through the process?
I always stand by this, y'all. I will never not say it. My biggest advice is always find the school and the program that you want to go into, right? This is your journey. This is your time. This is your moment. But this is your life, right? Choose what you want to do. Nowadays, you can make money with doing anything and everything. So pick what you want to do.
Mine would be to visit visit the campuses of the schools you're interested in. So definitely when you're there, you're going to feel the culture. You're going to know if it's the right school for you. So definitely visit all the campuses that you're interested in.
I would say definitely reach out to your admission counselors at any schools that you apply to. We're here to help. And so if you have any questions about financial aid scholarships, just know that you have people that are willing to support you. You just have to reach out.
I definitely think that we're also passionate about our schools. So we could talk about them all day long, but I really encourage you to talk to students that are currently attending any of the universities that you're interested in. And folks like us are happy to help get you connected to students to hear more just about the current student experience.
I would say in addition to just generally visiting campus, also reach out to the department because sometimes those departments will do department specific tours, and also reach out to their ambassadors because they have student ambassadors in their programs as well.
My advice is to really go in with an open mind. A lot of times by this point in your life, you've been really influenced by friends, family, teachers, but really take the time to listen to what you're interested in and what you're passionate about. Find the school that speaks to you. If there's a major that just sounds kind of interesting, look into it and explore and see if it might be a good fit for you. Now is the time, and college is really the best time to really explore who you are as an individual.
That is such great advice from all of our colleges. The next question is, what is just one thing you would like students to remember about your school?
Our size, right? Like I mentioned, we have about 11,000 students on campus, and I think it just translates to being able to see the same people all the time, right? And not feeling like you're just another number in a huge crowd of people. So definitely our size to make those worthwhile connections.
Mine is Weber State offers a great education at a very affordable cost. So our tuition is 40% lower than the national average, but that does not make our programs any less than any others. So our programs are phenomenal, again, at a very affordable cost.
And for me, if you're looking for a diverse school that feels more like a community, a tight-knit community, and you love the outdoors, this is a really wonderful place to come.
So for Western, I would say remembering just that the academic programs are going to allow you to really learn by doing and experience your education with a really tight-knit community, and at a much more affordable cost than going elsewhere. So if you're wanting to come to Colorado, definitely an affordable option in the state.
I would say the University of Utah offers multiple areas for exploration, the best of multiple worlds. Again, you get the outdoor exploration, but you also get that great metropolitan feel. Aside from that, on campus, you get multiple perspectives of different types of students. We are very, very diverse within the state of Utah, so definitely come check it out.
And what I'd love for you guys to remember about CSU Pueblo is that our goal as the university is to make sure you guys are successful. So every resource that we have on campus is poured into making the students successful, including all of those hands-on opportunities as well that we offer for you guys.
Those are all such awesome things, and I hope one day to visit all of your schools. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. When you close this window, there will be a link to a really quick 5-question survey. We would certainly appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check out the schedule. I know there are more events happening this week. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at strivescan.com/COSI. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our college admissions representatives for joining us tonight. Have a great evening.